Okay, so this can definitely be helpful.
And one thing is, you want to make sure you're back inside the level before you
do
stop
the next
flying.
command.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now we know how we can fly. We know how we can go through things, which is like fly with superpowers. But now what happens if you're tired of doing those two cool commands and you just want to go back to, being able to walk around, run around, do the normal thing? Well, you just type walk. Bing.
And there we go. So I've got a jumping ability, and we're running around the level like normal.
Yep, everything's back to normal. Okay, so the next thing is, what if you're testing let's say a new weapon that you've created, and you don't want to have to code the default properties to give yourself a maximum amount of health. You want to set that to whatever default ammo. So let's say that you're going to give it 20 as the default ammo, but you're testing something dealing with the firing of the weapon, and you need a lot of ammo. You don't want to have to actually go and change the default ammo setting, default properties. Just leave that the way it is. What you can do is you can come in and you can type a console command called all ammo, ALLAMMO. And look what happened in the bottom right-hand corner of his window, 999 rockets. Not bad.
So that's definitely very helpful if you need to fire some kind of test weapon over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the way this command works is it simply runs through all your weapons, or all your ammo types, really, and maxes them out to 999. If you were to pick up a new weapon that had not been maxed out, it's still going to be just whatever its default is. If you really wanted that one to also have full ammo, you just have to run the all ammo command again.
Right, so the all ammo just affects the weapons you have at that given moment.
That's right. So all ammo, and there we go.
Okay. Well, another one that's really cool is loaded. And this is a command that will basically summon all weapons to you. Wow, what a powerful command.
Give it to me.
If you're testing and you want a full arsenal to be able to test with, loaded, and give it a minute, and there you go. Now you've got quite a loadout.
Yeah,
everything.
You've got everything.
From Redeemers to maybe the Link Gun, Shock, Assault Rifle, everything.
So you got to do the Redeemer.
All right. Need my super weapon bind back. 12 weapons later. There we go. Actually, it's going to be kind of fun.
Oh, splat.
It's going to try to fly around the level. It's kind of cool in Gale if you use loaded and you have access to a Redeemer. Go up along the top ring and then see if you can fly the Redeemer around the ring.
Awesome. So many laps you can get in. Okay, so I guess there's one more that we should go ahead and talk about before we wrap up the intro lesson, and that is, what if you're designing a level, and let's say you've put a weird spawn point in, or let's just say you're testing out a specific part of a level and you get yourself stuck where you just can't get out. Well, there's a command called suicide that will simply, kill yourself. And here we go. Splat.
Or also useful if you've imported a new character and you're testing a ragdoll, or just seeing how your mesh deforms as you're dead. As that way, normally if you had to kill yourself with a rocket launch, you'd knock yourself the wrong way or something. With suicide, you can basically just drop dead at any point you want to.
Right, and see the ragdoll effect.
Run up to the top of some stairs, type in suicide.
Sweet. Well, what happens if you start combining things? Let's say you did fly, and you were above a bunch of steps, and then type suicide.
The ragdoll should probably kick in, though, because your physics do swap from normal walking. So I jumped out into midair and hit escape, so I'm kind of paused now. So now if I was to hit up, so last command was suicide.
Right.
And then go back into the game.
And ragdoll physics takes over.
Takes my current momentum.
Okay, you know what? We are still in the intro, so we're okay, because we haven't really mentioned this. How are you getting to the console? Just in case we have somebody out there that's a complete beginner.
Well, the full console key is the tilde key, the one right to the left of the 1 key.
Okay.
Hitting
right
that will
up
bring
under your escape key, upper left-hand corner.
So that's how we get to the full console, where we can go and read a review of all the commands we've typed. It actually takes up half the screen with a transparent black or transparent blue backing. Now, there's also a quick console to the game. By default, if you hit the tab key, you see in the bottom left-hand corner a little prompt just opened up. So now I could type a command just because that's so much fun to watch.
Splat.
And the cool thing about that is it does not remain open. With the full console, if you type a command, you keep the console, and you have to hit the tilde key again to make it go away. With the quick console, type a command, and as soon as you type it, it goes away.
Okay.
And also some of the other neat stuff is in console editing in general, you have a backlog of all the commands you've typed so far. And if you want to walk back through those, you can simply open the console and hit the up arrow key. And so I've only typed 2 recently. So up or down to walk through all of them.
There you go. Awesome.
To see a few of the other commands I've just been typing before. So we'll get to that later.
Exactly. Okay, so with that, the
Actually, one other
more
neat
thing?
thing I
Cool.
wanted to point out is one of the new advancements in the 2K4 console is that if you started to type a command, like say, and you spell it wrong, and you can actually walk back through by hitting the right and left arrow keys.
Uh-huh.
You can actually go back to the beginning and type some more stuff.
Very nice, very nice. That is
so that way you can you have insert ability in the console, which is really handy now. If you've typed out like a really long command and you realize that you typed the first character wrong, you can simply go in and hit home, jump back to the front, type, and then finish it off, hit end, or whatever else you need. So you have
Very cool.
more of a text editor style ability in the console now.
Right. Okay, well, I think, Logan, that for an introductory lesson, just talking about what the VTM is going to be about, I think we've done a pretty good job of not just saying what it's about, but giving them a taste of some of the basic commands that are out there.
Yeah, definitely.
So now we can go ahead and start exploring some of the more interesting things that we can do with the commands, like key bindings, and then some of the more advanced commands that we can play with. And so with that, that's going to wrap up the introduction. Thanks, everyone.